I've had this idea for this type of game where you play on your mobile and it's played by being outdoors and running around, walking around your neighborhood. I've had this idea in my head for about 10 years. And then I looked at it and I said, okay, who would this appeal to? Who does this make the most sense for? Then I started to think about, have conversations with people and specifically talk to a lot of parents. And for a lot of parents, there's a lot of concern, a lot of fretting over mobile games and screen time, in general, right? And that's the idea that screen time is non-productive time and actually opens the door to a lot of negative experiences for kids. So then I thought, okay, what if the game is your opportunity to turn screen time into outdoor playtime? Screen time into family quality time where you can play with your kids and go outdoors and have this game together. For example, if you think about, if you're a parent who worries about how much time your kid spends at home staring at a screen, sitting on the couch, not getting any exercise, gaining weight, etc. What do you think is a greater incentive for your kid? Being able to say, hey, son, have you hit your step count today? Or, hey, son, let's go and find that hidden laboratory in the neighborhood and sabotage it. Like, hey, son, let's find that secret computer cache hidden underneath the park and let's go hack it.
So it sounds like this game, Go Operative, takes Pokemon Go and this idea of overlays of the virtual world in the real world.
Yeah.
And then has a quite sophisticated, I suppose, overlay that most dads would be interested in, turning dad and child into spies.
Yes, that's pretty much it. If you look at the way we've designed the game, it's very, one of the reasons why we kind of settled on the spy, secret agent genre is because it's one of those genres that kind of transcends both parents and children, right? On the parent side, of course, on the dad side, of course, there's James Bond. On the kid side, you've got things like Kim Possible, Spy Kids, The Incredibles, all kinds of inspirations that kind of fit nicely into that genre. So yes, exactly. It uses real-time location, and it puts you in a setting where you're roaming your neighborhood. Your neighborhood becomes the mission setting, and you're guided through the game with a voice. In this case, it's an AI-generated voice that acts as your operator. And as you play the game, you gain abilities so that you can deal with the missions in different ways. You can level up your character to adapt certain types of abilities. And there's always different outcomes in terms of how you deal with a mission. So as you're walking through as you're being guided by the voice to move from point A to point B, there's always a risk that you might encounter enemies like enemy drones that are flying overhead, or there's like a minefield that you need to avoid. And so, these are kind of like the obstacles that the game throws at you.